Okay, so we finally have, I guess, like an extended gameplay kind of hype session from Nintendo for Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So it's like a 10-minute gameplay session uploaded by Mr. Ayanuma from the Nintendo team. So what I know about Tears of the Kingdom going into this video is that it's clearly a sequel to Breath of the Wild. Like Link has a robot hand, I think, and then like the world has been like fractured and it's like super dark, and then there's a bunch of floating islands and stuff. So like what I'm picturing in my head is something similar to Skyward Sword. Maybe there's going to be loft wings in this. Maybe there's going to be, I don't know, like a sky boat or something. Like I'm expecting something similar to Skyward Sword or Wind Waker, and I kind of hope we don't get anything like that, or at least if we do get it, then there's no like weird gameplay gimmick, like there's no wind that we have to change the direction of, or we don't have to constantly get on and off this loft wing to go between islands. Like just let us travel seamlessly without any gameplay gimmick. Like that's all I'm asking. Enough talking, let's jump into it.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
Welcome.
First, I have some news. Development on the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is now complete.
Okay.
Thank
Sounds
you
like
very much for waiting.
it's gone gold. It's actually happening.
Many of you are looking forward to this game, and we've released a few trailers so far.
The trailers aren't
Although
hype, I'm not gonna
it'll
lie.
just be a brief glimpse, I'm going to actually play the game for you all today and show you what it's like. Okay?
Okay,
Let's begin.
let's go.
Here we are in the land of Hyrule.
Okay, looks very much like Breath of the Wild.
Like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's a vast world to explore. Of course, it's not just the same world as is. It's changed in many ways.
Link with that
If we talk
wild
about all
haircut.
of the changes today, we'll run out of time, so we hope you'll seek them out for yourself when the game launches. In this game, the vast world of Hyrule reaches high into the sky.
Yeah,
You'll
here we go
notice
with the
some land
islands.
masses floating up there. We call them Sky Islands.
Clever. I never would have come up with that one.
You're probably wondering something.
How do you
to the
get
Sky
there?
Islands when they're so high up?
Oh, hey, like the world is actually still the same as in
If we
Breath of
take
the
a
Wild.
look, oh, something's falling from the sky. Do you see it? I wonder what that is. Let's head over to it.
It's gonna be like some force-powered elevator.
We're
I don't
almost
know.
at the spot where the object fell. Here it is. Okay, let's use one of Link's new abilities. If you do this on the rock that just fell,
Rewind.
look, it started rising. This power is known as Recall, which rewinds an object's movement. Since I just used Recall on the fallen rock, I can now rise into the sky. We're a lot closer to the Sky Islands. Let's use the paraglider to reach one of them. There are a few other Sky Islands floating here too.
Okay, so it's like no weird mechanic so far,
made
except for
it.
just like another skill.
There
Oh,
are
man, the
lots of ways to reach
dragons.
the Sky Islands, so we hope you'll try a few different methods.
It's kind of funny to see how
Okay.
people broke
Now
Breath of
we're
the
on a
Wild.
slightly
So
bigger Sky Island.
it'd be
Just
cool
like
to see
on
how
the
people end up
surface,
up there.
There are several man-made structures. Some trees are also growing here. You won't see many of those yellow trees on the surface, though. Let's walk around for a bit. There's a branch on the ground. When you find something like this, you should pick it up. It might come in handy later. Let's continue.
I wonder if it's just like yellow tree branches, because there's
something's there.
branches everywhere.
This is a brand new enemy called a construct. We'll fight it using the branch we just picked up. Ah, the branch broke.
Durability's
Not
still in the
good.
game.
Quick, get another branch and we defeated it.
I know a lot of people are probably
Moving on.
salty about durability.
We've now explored more of this Sky Island. As expected, fighting with just a branch won't get us very far. Also, this branch is almost broken. So here's another one of Link's new abilities. If we use this branch and the rock over here and do this, look, we can stick them together. We created a makeshift hammer. This is called fuse. You can stick objects together to create new weapons with various effects.
Okay,
Let's take on another construct with this fused weapon.
that's pretty cool. I wonder if you
We're
can
dealing
like
with two of them at once.
make really cool like swords.
Oh, we beat one. The weapon's attack has definitely improved. The other branch broke, but this weapon has much better durability. You can do all sorts of things by experimenting with the fuse ability.
Long stick.
You can fuse two weapons, for example. If we take this long stick and fuse it with a pitchfork, we can create a weapon with a much longer attack range.
Longer stick. That's awesome.
With this, we don't have to get too close to enemies, and we can safely attack from a distance.
That's crazy. I wonder if you can
also fuse arrows with materials in your inventory. For instance, try fusing this leaf to an arrow. Fuse an ice elemental material to an arrow and you can freeze faraway enemies.
Okay, that's cool.
Very useful.
They're like making better use of items, it sounds like.
Let's see. Ah, there's a bird flying around.
Fuse the
If you're out
bird!
hunting, you might feel that aiming with an arrow is too difficult. Apparently, my eyes can't track fast-moving objects as of late, so my shots rarely land. So, at times like these, here's an eyeball you can get by defeating monsters. Fuse it to an arrow and...
Oh my
Look,
god,
it
that's
homed in on the
awesome.
target. Let's try this on another bird.
There are so many like crafting items in Breath of the Wild I
Just
never
fire in that
used.
general direction. It's very simple.
So it's cool that they're like
Depending on
making
what you
use
stick
of them.
together, the fuse ability could also be beneficial for hunting.
But I was wondering if you could like fuse things that have already been
I've
fused
fused a mushroom
together.
to my shield. Now, you're probably wondering if this has any use. Well, this mushroom is actually a puff shroom. Let's fight an enemy with this. I blocked with the shield. Okay, there's smoke now. The enemy's lost sight of Link, so... attack!
Oh my god, it's like Legend
Even
of
if you
Zelda
struggle
Mario
with
Kart.
combat, you can take down enemies using similar methods. In the previous game, you'd usually get powerful weapons by defeating strong enemies. But in this game, fusing even the weakest weapon with something else could turn it into a useful weapon. There are even more gameplay options for sticking things together. Let me demonstrate. Some of the Sky Islands even have rivers. We'll want to cross this one, but swimming across it, well, the river's too wide for that. We need a boat. Of course, there isn't anything that resembles a boat around here. So, we'll lift up this log and attach it to a second log. Let's do one more.
Oh, you can
We'll
do
bring this over
multiple
here
fusion.
and attach a third log.
Fusion!
It's a makeshift raft. This is another new ability called Ultra Hand. Even though the logs are currently attached, they can be detached. Let's modify the shape of the raft.
Like the glue.
You can always attach things or detach them like this. Now, if we put this on the water, it's made of wood, so the buoyancy will keep it afloat.
Like,
We've made
goddamn,
a
this is like
simplified
physics
version
the
of a
game.
boat. However, it won't move in its current state, so we'll need something to propel it forward. There's something here. Let's try hitting it. Oh,
Oh
wind.
my god,
It's blowing
Nintendo!
wind. Looks like we found a fan. Why don't we try attaching it?
Well, the battery's dead now. Oh, okay, it recharges.
We'll attach another one. This should make the boat well balanced.
Dude, this is kind of crazy, the amount of,
Okay, they're attached.
like,
All right, let's try moving the
fusing,
boat.
complexing that you can do with this.
Hey, it's moving. It's
How do you
sailing
steer
pretty
it?
fast with the wind from the fans. Since we added 2 fans, we should be able to cross the river in no time. All right, we reached the other side. In the most recent trailer, we showed scenes of Link riding a large car and a flying machine. Those vehicles actually aren't in the game from the start. Instead, you'll be able to freely craft them on your own.
Oh my god, they're going after that
There are all sorts of
Minecraft
objects
market.
you'll come across in this game. And depending on how you use your imagination, you can do a lot with them.
Okay,
So,
hype,
try crafting different things and explore this world at your leisure.
hype levels are rising.
There are even more new abilities. Take this building over here. Okay, watch this.
Oh my god, can we build buildings?
Look,
What?
I passed right through the ceiling. This new ability is called Ascend. If you're in a place with a ceiling, you can go through to the floor above you. There are some restrictions, but what's great about this ability is that as long as there's a ceiling, you can use it anywhere.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
For example, this place has a cave with a hill right above it. If we use the ability here, come on, keep going. Okay, we emerged at the top of the hill. In the previous game, you had to use stamina to climb a mountain.
Yeah, it's like
But
it
in this
immediately
game,
breaks
If
stamina.
there's a mountain with a cave like this one, you can now get to the top without having to climb all the way up. Here's another example. Imagine you're stuck in a cage. If it's got a ceiling, you know what to do, right? Exactly. Oh, there's another construct. It seems to be holding a strange weapon. Some enemies are equipped with fused weapons, so battles will play out a bit differently from the previous game. Ah, it blew me away with wind. Looks like it's got some sort of fan. Ah, I got pushed off.
Oh my god.
Oh well, let's just return to the surface.
Thanks, I gotta
You
screw
can
it.
quickly descend from the sky to the surface like this. It feels so good.
We got that
In the
No Man's Sky
you'll be
tech.
able to look out across the land. You can also search for destinations that pique your interest. Once you've chosen your destination, you can speed things up, like this.
Oh, this is like
Let's
Apex
dive into this
Legends too.
river.
This is like Legend of
And
Zelda
we're back on the
VR
surface.
coming out.
There are still so many things I'd like to show you, but let's leave it at that for now. What did you think?
Wait, that
Some
was
of Link's
10
new
minutes?
abilities were updated from the previous game. I'm sure some of you watching me play were thinking, wait, if you could do that, then maybe you could do this too. In this game, you can do a lot of things just by thinking about what's even possible.
Okay, okay.
There's still a lot of new gameplay, mysteries, and encounters we couldn't show today, but they're all jam-packed into this unfamiliar Hyrule, and we hope you'll use your imagination to explore it. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.
Thank you! The Legend of Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom. May 12th. I thought this game came out like a week earlier than that, actually. May 12th. Yes, so I actually had forgotten about this coming out today, and I was checking Wario64, and I saw that he had linked to pre-orders for this thing going up, and so I knew that this happened before this video, and then I pre-ordered one of them from Best Buy. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the pre-order, but like, dude, I like it. I love having the Legend of Zelda like consoles for each Nintendo. Like, I have my freaking Zelda like Link Between Worlds 3DS on my desk. Like, I love Love the Legend of Zelda consoles. All right, so we just watched the 10-minute gameplay. I was gonna say it's kind of funny. They spent the entire video just explaining new skills that Link has, and they didn't really talk about the game itself. So like there's still a whole lot about the game itself that we don't know. And I guess that's actually really good, because the thing I loved about Breath of the Wild was all the mystery around it, and then just going into the world, disappearing into the game, and then just playing the absolute hell of it and like discovering things. And it was cool to see other people discovering things. The thing that I think is really cool is that fuse ability. So the ability to create your own vehicles, to create solutions to get over obstacles, creating new weapons, dealing with enemies that are fusing their own weapons. I think that's going to make for a lot of like really cool emergent gameplay, and it's going to make replays of the game feel different. One of the things I love about the Elder Scrolls games is that every time you play an Elder Scrolls game, it's a different playthrough. Like weird stuff happens that you never saw before, and I'm kind of hoping that we see that in Tears of the Kingdom. I will say that going into this, I was not that hyped. My hype levels were pretty tame, largely because Nintendo's been pretty tight-lipped about this game, and we haven't seen much about it. And then the island thing, I wasn't feeling the island thing, especially after Skyward Sword. But I feel less bad about the island things. The island things seem like they're pretty cool. So it still feels like we're gonna have more of what I loved about Breath of the Wild, and that was just finding weird ways to get places built into this game, and it's not going to be centered around a weird gameplay mechanic like the wind, for instance. I am interested to know if they decided to add dungeons back into The Legend of Zelda. I know a lot of people complained about that, the lack of dungeons in Breath of the Wild. I honestly, in the 3D Legend of Zelda games, I just don't like the dungeons. I feel like they're all basically the same, and there's always a water dungeon and always some kind of like poison dungeon, and it's just like I don't like it. I'm glad that Breath of the Wild didn't have the dungeons. The shrines were kind of annoying, so I wonder if there's just more shrines, or if they found something else to replace the shrines, or if dungeons are going to replace the shrines. I don't know. But speaking of shrines, actually I wanted to go back and look at the trailer, but they showed the area between like, what is it, Kakariko Village and Hotno Village that you kind of traverse through to get there. That all looked exactly the same as it was in Breath of the Wild. However, I didn't see a shrine, so I'm gonna go back and just like take a look and see if I see a shrine, just to like confirm or deny whether shrines exist there, because I think there's 2 of them in the area that they were in that you can pretty much see from anywhere on the map. So it should be pretty easy to see if the shrines are there or not. My hype levels have returned for this game. I feel like I'm going to take the entire week off after this game comes out and just play the hell out of it. Would love to hear what your thoughts are on Tears of the Kingdom. Did you watch this gameplay video before this one that I'm putting up? Did you watch the official one on the Nintendo channel when they put it up earlier today? Do you have any thoughts on what you hope is actually in Tears of the Kingdom that you didn't see in the video? Or do you have any thoughts on what you did see in the video? Would love to know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Till the next time, deuces.